Miki, and this flow is intended to help you transition from the busyness of your day into a state where you can start to wind down and relax. So we're gonna start seated. I'm propped up on a block, but if you don't have a block at home, you can just sit on a blanket or a pillow just to elevate your seat. We spent a lot of our time hunched forward, rounding back, the gaze down, crushing our lungs and our organ body. So when you prop yourself up, it helps to elevate your seat. You can pitch yourself forward a little bit more, lift the chest, open up the lungs so that you're available and ready for practice. So find your comfortable seat, sit up nice and tall. Take a second to lift your shoulders up by the ears and take a really deep breath in. And as you exhale, you'll just let the shoulders drop. It's a little dramatic. Yes, we're gonna do it again. So inhale, lift the shoulders up as high as you can. Take a full breath in. Let any stress or tension just build up to the surface. And then a big exhale and just let it go. One more time, just like that. Inhale, lift the shoulders up. You can make fists with the hands. You can make a funny face and just let all that tension build so that you can release it. Inhale and exhale. Shoulders relax. The elbows hang heavy by the ribs, and you can close your eyes. Feel a little lift in the back of your skull. Relax your jaw. You can let your hands rest. Thighs almost face up or face down. The eyes relax, the space between the forehead, between the eyebrows relax. And just let your breath slow down a little. Start to pay attention to the way that you're breathing. Observing if you're breathing up in the chest, if it might make you feel anxious. Seeing if you can drop the breath down into the low belly. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. From here, let your chin drop down towards your chest. You can keep your eyes closed and start to gently rock your head from shoulder to shoulder. And really take your time. There's absolutely no rush. Just feeling the sides of the neck, getting a stretch. Slowly inhaling to one side and exhaling over to the other. If it feels good for you, you can inhale and go all the way into full rotation, letting the head drop back and come all the way forward and around. And then switching direction, inhaling the other way and exhaling, bringing your chin back towards your chest. Keep your chin down, lift your chest a little bit higher and interlace your fingers behind the back of the skull. Start to squeeze your elbows towards one another to give the back of your neck a stretch. You can rock the head gently from side to side. And then release your hands back down to your lap. Roll your head over to your right shoulder. And then take your right arm overhead and just place it over your left ear. Make sure you relax both shoulders down. And if you want even more of a stretch, you can take your left hand off to the side. Swing it a few times or just crawl the fingers away from you. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, into the belly, the chest. And as you exhale, just imagining any tension sliding off the side of the neck, down the arm. Take another breath here, inhaling and exhaling. Release your hand. Roll your chin back through center and then over to the left. Take the left arm now and place it over the right ear. You don't need to pull down. The weight of your arm should be enough to give you a gentle stretch inside of your neck. Make sure both shoulders are relaxed. Again, if you want, you can swing the right arm a few times or crawl the fingers away from you to deepen the stretch. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Focusing more on lengthening the exhales. Again, breathe in and breathe out. Slowly release the hand, bring your chin return back through center, and then slowly lift the head back up. From here, interlace your fingers behind your back, so your hands look like this, just behind you. As you inhale, reach your knuckles down towards the ground, lifting your chest, using your shoulder blades to press the chest up. If you want, you can lift the chin and just take a stretch across the front of the chest. Breathe in. As you exhale, swing your fists over to your right hip. Try to keep the wrists together and then squeeze the elbows together behind the back. Take a breath in and out. Reach your hands back behind you once more, and then swing the knuckles over to your left hip. Again, imagine like the elbows could touch behind the back, and just breathe across the front of the chest. Inhale, and exhale. Take the knuckles back behind you once more, and just stretch them away from you, and then release your hands. Go ahead and switch the crossing of your legs. As you inhale, reach your arms overhead. And as you exhale, place the right hand down. Your fingers are in line with your hip, and you'll just stretch the left arm overhead. Press into your right hand to make sure your left hip stays grounded, and then turn your chest up towards the ceiling. Wrap the pinky side of your hand down and stretch the side body. Take a deep breath in. Stay for the exhale. And then inhale, come up and over to the other side. Again, you're pressing into the hand that's on the floor and reaching with your arm that's overhead. Turn your chest up and feel your whole side body get a big stretch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come back up to center. And then come forward off of the block. Like it. You can just move it out of the way. You're going to come onto hands and knees. Making sure that your shoulders are right over your wrists and your hips are right over your knees. Spread your fingers wide, and we'll just move through a few rounds of cat and cow. As you inhale, lift your tailbone and lift your chest, pulling your hands back towards you. And as you exhale, press into the ground to round your upper back. Inhale, look up. Imagine like the top of your head can touch your tailbone. And as you exhale, look up towards your belly button. One more time, inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, round. Stay here. Come up onto your fingertips. Try to lift the center of the palm, lift the navel, and really touch your chin towards your chest, stretching out your back body. Release your palms flat. Turn your fingers to the outer edges of your mat and start to rock your shoulders from side to side. A few times. And come back to center and flip your fingers to point back towards your knees. Just as much as you can. Keep a little bend in the elbows and then circle your shoulders over the wrists a few times in both directions. Breathing in and out slowly. Come back to center, flip your palms, and then separate your knees, bring your big toes to touch. Press your hips back over your heels and walk your hands forward, resting your forehead down. If your forehead feels like it's not touching the mat comfortably, you can grab that block or pillow and place it underneath your head for some support as well. From here, just let your elbows rest. Drop down. Breathe across the back body. Feel all of your weight just fall into the mat. Take a few breaths here, trying to relax the muscles of the legs or the arms. One more deep breath in and out. As you inhale, come up and allow your hips to drop as you lift the chest. Breathing in. As you exhale, you'll slowly roll back to your child's pose. You're going to go forward and back a few times. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, coming forward, hips drop, chest lifts, and then exhale, pressing all the way back. And forward one more time. And from here, tuck your toes, lift your hips all the way back to a bent knee down dog. So keep your knees bent so that there's no strain in the lower back. We're just gonna be here for a moment. Inhale. And as you exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Make sure that your feet are hips distance apart. You can measure that by taking two fists and placing it to the inner borders of your feet. Bend your knees, grab a hold of your elbows, and let your head drop down. From here, shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Shake your head yes again. You can let your upper body sway from side to side, just releasing the spine. Switch the clasp of your elbows so the opposite forearm is on top. Put a deeper bend in your knees and bounce your torso up and down a few times to continue to release the low back. From here, take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers to the webbing. As you inhale, stretch your chest forward away from the thighs. Keep the knees bent and exhale, fold, tipping the knuckles up and overhead. Make sure your neck stays relaxed. Put a deeper bend in your right knee. Reach the knuckles over to the right and look up and under the left shoulder. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, come back through center. Bend the left knee. Take the knuckles to the left and look under the right shoulder. Stretch your hands away from you. And then come back to center. Release the hands down. And like a rag doll, slowly roll up to standing. Take your time, no rush. Until you come all the way up. From here, just go ahead and shake your right wrist out, the whole right arm. Shake your left wrist out, the whole left arm. Inhale, circle both arms overhead and look up. And then exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Take a moment to close your eyes. Feel your feet on the ground, your breath moving through the body, maybe your heart beating. Just taking this moment to be here now. Inhale and exhale. Release the hands, stretch the arms overhead, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, slide the right hand down the right thigh and take that side bend, standing, still looking up towards the ceiling. Inhale back through center, then exhale to the other side. Stay grounded in both feet. Inhale, come back to center. As you exhale, put a bend in your knees as you dive forward over the legs. As you inhale, you can bring your fingertips to your shins and stretch your chest forward. Exhale, fold. From here, step your right foot to the back of your mat. Drop the back knee down and inhale. Reach the arms up. Push down into your front foot and lift the chest up. Just one more breath here. As you exhale, bring the hands down and start to straighten the front leg. I like to tuck my back toes, you can try it out. And feel free to keep a bend in this front knee. Stretch the chest forward and exhale, fold. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, rebend your front knee and step back to the top of your mat. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, fold and step your left foot back. Release the back knee down and inhale, reach the arms up. Keep pressing into your front foot to lift up. Hold the chest forward, take an inhale. And then exhale, hands down, tuck the back toes, but keep the back knee down and straighten the front leg any amount. You want to keep your back thigh vertical. Inhale, chest forward, and exhale, fold. Take one more breath here. And then as you exhale, rebend your front knee. This time, step back to hands and knees. Cross your ankles and sit back over your feet. Bring the legs out in front of you. Take a moment and just shake the legs out a little bit. Forward and back. And then bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet together. So rather than pulling your feet in as close to you as possible, create more of a diamond shape with the legs. Turn your palms to face up. Slide your hands underneath your ankles. As you inhale, use this leverage that you have holding the ankles to pull the chest forward. And as you exhale, fold. You're aiming your forehead for that little nest between the soles of the feet. If you can't quite reach, again, you have that blocker blanket if you just want some support for your head. From here, just focus on breathing across the back of the body, trying to relax the neck as much as possible. You can just let your head hang heavy. Take one more inhale and exhale. And slowly lift up, grab the outer edges of the legs, bring the knees together, and then make your way onto your back. Bring your knees into your chest, just give yourself a little squeeze, rock side to side a few times. Feel your low back pressing against the mat. Pull the knees in really tight, and take your arms out by your sides, out wide like the uppercase letter T. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, let both knees fall over to your left. You can shift your gaze out past the right shoulder. Let your legs relax completely. Take a few breaths here. Again, there's no rush. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take one more inhale. Stay for the exhale. Stay for the exhale. And then use your inhale to lift your knees back up through center. As you exhale, the knees will fall over towards the right, and you'll shift your gaze over to the left. If you need to scoot your hips back to the center, you can. Again, breathe in. As you exhale, the legs get heavier. Exhale. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Come back up to center. Give yourself one last little squeeze for taking the time to slow down and prepare yourself for rest. And as you're ready, you'll let your legs lay out in front of you. Take your palms by your sides. Reach your heels forward to lengthen out the backs of the legs, and then just let your feet flop open. Press into the backs of your arms to lift the chest and draw the shoulder blades together underneath the heart. Reach the back of the skull up. Let your palms rest. Let the breath soften, becoming more and more subtle. Relax your jaw. Relax all the muscles of the face. Let the eyes settle to the back of their sockets. Relax the space between your eyebrows. Take one final breath in through the nose, filling all the way up. Holding at the top. Taking another sip of air. One more. And then exhale, relax completely. Wanders, you can focus on the breath. Giving yourself these few moments of stillness. Take one more breath here. Inhaling. And letting it go. Gently start to bring some movement back into your body by twinkling the fingers and the toes. On your next breath in, stretch your arms overhead, flip the palms, reach your legs out in front of you, take a big breath, and then exhale and relax. Bring your knees into your chest. You can rock to one side, and then gently press yourself up to the seat. Palms together in front of your heart. Take a moment to bow your head down in gratitude for yourself for making some time for your practice.